What's up? Starting another news roundup here on the channel with more Washington Commanders updates. Another video that's always quick, objective, and fully up to date about the Commanders. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. We've got daily videos so you stay super informed and don't miss a thing. And smash that thumbs up. It helps a lot, supports the channel, and really motivates me to keep bringing this content. All right, let's get into it. The first big piece of news is that the Washington Commanders have finally locked in their leadership positions. Alongside the young David Blau as offensive coordinator, the team has officially hired Durante Jones as the new defensive coordinator. Jones comes over from the Minnesota Vikings, where he was the mastermind behind the defensive passing game. With the coaching staff now set, Adam Peters can shift his full focus to the player market, and the top priority now has a name. Commanders fans, the name lighting up the back rooms in Landover right now is Kenneth Walker III. The Seattle Seahawks running back is on an absolute tear. With teammate Zach Charbonnet sidelined by injury, Walker took over as the workhorse and went off in the NFC Championship game against the Rams, piling up over 100 total yards and scoring a huge touchdown. He's set to hit free agency in 2026 as the best running back available on the market, with the highest PFF grade at the position. Walker is just 25 years old and fits exactly what David Blau's system calls for, a true bell cow back who can handle 20 carries a game and still be a real threat in the passing game. The situation in Washington's backfield is critical. Austin Eckler is coming off a serious Achilles injury and is also a free agent. Jeremy McNichols is expected to walk as well, leaving the team with only the young Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Walker wouldn't be a luxury, he'd be a necessity. Projections suggest he could land a deal around 3 years, $33 million. Is that a big number? Yes, but for a team with plenty of cap space that needs to take pressure off Jaden Daniels, investing in a potential generational talent like Kenneth Walker is the kind of move that separates average teams from true Super Bowl contenders. The front office has put the coaching staff in place. Now they're missing the final piece on offense. So let me ask you, is it worth paying about $11 million per year to bring in Kenneth Walker III and create one of the fastest, most explosive duos in the NFL alongside Jaden Daniels? Or would you rather spend that money on the offensive line? Drop your take in the comments. All right, guys, the hiring of Durante Jones is being viewed internally as a true masterstroke by Dan Quinn. He's not just bringing the resume of turning the Vikings defense into a turnover-generating machine, third best in the NFL. He's also bringing a very unique teaching methodology. In a recent interview on the NFL Spotlight podcast, Jones revealed that he uses movies, everything from hip-hop films to classic comedies, to teach football concepts to his players. He believes cultural references make it easier to absorb the scheme. If a player connects a rule to a movie scene, it sticks with them when things get chaotic on the field. That's a modern coach, focused on empathy and treating each player as an individual. Jones is inheriting a defense that really struggled in 2025. His focus now is understanding the why behind every player. He wants to know what motivates the veteran and what drives the rookie, like Josh Connerly Jr., who we've already seen shine next to Sam Cosmi. That approach is crucial for a unit that suffered from major communication breakdowns last season. Jones wants the Commanders to play with the same level of aggression as the 2024 Vikings, who led the league in interceptions. He doesn't just want players chasing the football, he wants them to understand the soul of the game. Washington finally has a defensive coordinator who speaks the players' language and uses pop culture as a weapon to win games. So let me ask you, do you think Durante Jones's movie-style coaching approach will work with Washington's stars? Or do you prefer the old-school drill sergeant type of coach? Drop your thoughts below. I want to know what Commanders Nation thinks about this innovation. Now let's close this out strong today. Let's be honest. Dan Quinn swung big. He wanted Mike McDaniel running the offense and Brian Flores running the defense. That would have been an NFL dream team. But the plan fell apart. The result? Now, Washington has a 30-year-old offensive coordinator in David Blau and a defensive coordinator who has never held the job in the NFL before in Durante Jones. This is an extremely high-risk gamble. If these young hires don't deliver quickly, by 2027, Dan Quinn won't be Washington's head coach. He'll be a defensive coordinator somewhere else. He's putting his entire career in Washington on these two decisions. Durante Jones's challenge is massive. He's taking over one of the worst defenses in the NFL across almost every metric. In 2025, under Joe Witt Jr., Washington ranked 32nd in yards allowed and 31st in turnovers. Jones has experience as an assistant with the Dolphins, Bengals, and Vikings, and he ran the defense at LSU, but this is a whole different level of pressure. The defensive talent on this roster is thin. Outside of veteran Bobby Wagner, who is still an absolute monster against the run, 91.2 PFF grade, the rest of the unit is full of question marks. Frankie Louvu needs to take a step forward, and the secondary, especially with Trey Amos, was a complete disaster. Jones is either going to have to work miracles or hope GM Adam Peters lands a true pass rusher like Reuben Bain Jr. in the draft. The good news? There are leaders in the room. Bobby Wagner shows no signs of decline and is exactly the foundation Jones needs to start building. If Durante Jones can pull Washington out of the league's basement and into the middle of the pack, he'll already be seen as a hero. But in the NFL, average doesn't win Super Bowls. With Jaden Daniels entering his third year, the rookie contract window is starting to close. Quinn and Jones need a tactical miracle in 2026 to prove that Washington is no longer the same old team. The bet is on the table: youth versus experience. So, I want to hear from you. Do you trust Dan Quinn's decision to bet on young names like Blau and Jones? Or do you prefer the old-school drill sergeant type of coach? Drop your take in the comments. This debate is going to be. If you liked the content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'll be back at any moment with the next chapter of this saga. We're in this together, and let's go, Commanders!